What up? This is Rashid Davis, former Chicago Bear wide receiver. Yeah, that guy. And you're rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where they think they know everything, but they don't know jack.
What up? We're back. We're back. It's the podcast where we think we know what we're talking about, but we really don't know shit. But of course, like always, I guess he knows shit. So before we get to him, I want to introduce my All-Star team. Yeah, I know I'm roughing it today, man. I didn't shave. I ain't got no haircut. My lady left me. No, I'm just kidding. My lady didn't leave me. But I'm roughing it. I'm roughing it, y'all. So bear with me. But let me introduce my All-Star team, man. Where my dogs? Where my dogs? JB.
What up, what up, what up?
What up with you, man? How you feel, brother?
Man, it's Tuesday. It's the podcast. You know I'm loving it. I'm great, brother. Good to see y'all.
It's all good. Good to see you, man. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Did you see that Mortal Kombat? We got to talk about that a little later.
Yeah, I don't miss that conversation. I'm gonna miss that, man.
We're gonna talk about that later. Offline.
JR, what's happening, man?
Same old, man.
The hair finally growing back. You ain't baby face no more.
You know what? I gotta don't worry, it'll be going tomorrow.
Is that a new
You gonna shave again?
You know what? I use the T-liner, the Andy's T-liner.
Oh, okay.
I can't use a little box shaver and stuff like that. It gets a little too close, irritates me.
I feel you, brother. Same problem, man.
I shaved yesterday, so I was like, golly.
At least you can grow a beard. I have no such luck.
But no, man, listen, you have better luck because when it starts going here, then that's when it starts coming.
Oh, I'm decent up there.
No, I know. That's what. Listen, and let's trade.
No.
Speaking of hair being whipped, let's bring in the last piece of the puzzle, the super producer, Tanya.
What's up, Kellen?
Tanya, what's happening?
Super producer.
Why you in the car? Why you in the car?
You know what the answers to, so I'm here.
The fuck you going?
Well, excuse me.
It's where I've been. It's not where I'm going. It's where I've been. Now.
You ain't got no business. You been at your mama's house. You stop lying.
You know what? And with that being said, bring out Kellen. I want to talk to you.
All right, this is my man 50 Grand. He went to the same school with JB. He went to Michigan State, but he's a former tight end for the Chicago Bears. Big man. A lot of his catches were like, "Get out of here, little man." And he's 6'7". He's a big dude.
Yeah.
But, yeah, let's bring him in here, man. Let's bring him in here. Kellen Davis.
All right.
What's up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Hey, man, glad to have you here, Kellen.
Yeah, glad to
What's
be here,
up
man.
with you? How you feel, man?
I'm feeling good, man. How about you?
Man, I'm all good, man. Can't complain. I see you representing those White Sox.
Yeah, man. The Sox fit is classic.
Yeah, man. Mercedes is killing, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well, Kellen,
Mercedes
just
is
want to
killing.
say hi to you. I got my high end, so now I'm going to let you guys talk. See y'all later.
Okay, bye, Tanya.
Bye.
Take your ass home.
Whatever.
Get off my screen.
Yep.
Bye. I don't even know what the hell she was about to say, but it don't matter. My man Kellen. So, man, we want you to tell your story how you want to tell it, not how anybody else wants you to tell it, how you want to tell it and how you want it to be heard. So, man, I mean, you can start wherever you want. Michigan State, Adrian, Michigan.
Yeah, I'm from A-Town, man. Small town.
How many people? Like 10?
I think about 20. 20,000.
About 20,000. Oh, that's
Yeah.
about like Joliet.
Yeah, about the same.
Okay. All right. So yeah, go ahead. Start there.
What you want me to say, man?
Uh, let's see. You started out as a freshman in high school playing football, and you played 2 years of JV. Then you went on to varsity.
No, I played freshman year and then I went straight to varsity after
You
freshman year.
so you only played 1 year of JV. It was
Yeah,
like
that
you
was
big
it.
as hell. You play varsity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
man.
had a really good group of kids when I was growing up in my class, and so I think we lost 4 games in high school altogether. So
Oh wow,
Oh,
that's
we
what's
were
up.
pretty good. Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
guys got bumped up.
Were you guys a high school powerhouse coming in? Because I know Michigan football kind of goes overlooked, but it's a lot of great talent in Michigan, all the way from Kaz down to Inkster. You know, some of the smallest Ypsilanti, Ann
McKenzie,
Arbor. They got a
McKenzie.
lot of good football teams.
Yeah, we were the smallest school in Division 1, so we were like literally number 32. So
Okay,
my last year there, we were ranked number 1 in the state, so we were pretty good.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But
Okay.
yeah, then we went
So
then moved on to state. My squad and first couple years were rough with John L, but then we got D'Antonio came in my last year there, and we really started turning things around, and it was a lot of fun play. A lot of fun to play for him.
yeah.
He was a
Okay,
really
so
good coach.
you missed the first switch before when John L took over. So you were there with Le'Veon.
Le'Veon came on after.
Came on after. Okay.
Yeah, he's behind me.
Okay.
Yeah, because my last year there was 07.
Oh, 07. Okay. Okay. Because I was trying to put the pieces together, like who was the quarterback
Yeah, so
after Bill Burke.
Drew Stanton, and
You
then
had Stanton.
Brian Hoyer. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So I had some good quarterbacks.
Absolutely, you did. What led you to choose Michigan State? Me being a fellow Spartan, I know what led me to choose it, but what led you to choose Michigan State?
Oh man, well,
Besides the obvious.
our recruiting class came in like at number like 7 or something like that, and John L was a great salesman. He got a whole bunch of 5-star recruits to come in there, and he was promising me that I'll be able to start as a freshman. So I'm thinking, okay, all right, maybe I can go in and be 3 and out, But John L wasn't as good of a coach as he was a salesman. So you know how that goes. So
I do. I remember a couple of the year that Nick Saban actually left to take the LSU job. We went to a bowl game and beat Florida. Then after that, we had the TJ Duckett years and everything. Just kind of so when John L came in, we were like, man, we were already like on the tops of the Big Ten, and we were just thinking it was going to keep on rolling. We were like, man, what happened? Like things just went left because Plaxico had a great career coming out of Michigan State. Like you said, you mentioned Le'Veon Bell. We got Kirk Cousins. We got a lot of talent that came out of Michigan State, man, on the football side.
State puts a lot of guys in the league, low key. I mean, a lot of guys go under the radar but play for a long time. Throughout the years, you meet somebody from the squad from almost every team.
Yep.
Yeah, not only do guys make it, but they stay. They stay.
Good point.
Have long careers.
Good point. Great point. Great point. Great point.
Kellen, let me ask. When I was doing a little research, it said you played all 3 units: offense, defense, and special teams. What on defense?
So I played my last year, my senior year, I went both ways. I played DN and tight end. So I had like 7 or 8 touchdowns, but I had like 6 sacks. I was just playing. I was like third down specialist.
How'd you like defense?
Oh man, I wish we would have kept playing.
Okay. The good side of the ball.
A lot less that goes into it. It's more about raw talent and just getting after it. Offense is so succinct. You got to be on point with what you're doing all the time. So defense is a little more fun.
Okay, you guys had some good quarterbacks at Michigan State. Did you have that same? I see some of your teams. You definitely had good quarterbacks. Seattle
on
most
now.
definitely. Seattle most definitely. But how was I mean, you're a receiver, you're a tight end, so you're definitely dependent on the quarterback getting you the ball. Sometimes tight ends are security blankets, sometimes they're blockers, and right now in the league, if it's a hybrid position. But tell us about some of the quarterbacks that you played with, and good, bad, and indifferent.
Good, bad, indifferent. But like you said, I played with Russell in Seattle. He was a real deal. It was a lot of fun playing with him. I had let me think. I had Stafford in Detroit for a year. He was also a real deal. Man could sling a ball, and he's a good leader. And then the
You
last
know
few
what
years,
we waiting on. You know what we waiting on.
No, we're not.
Day.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
I mean, we gonna get to that, but let them build up. Let them build up.
My last few years in Chi-Town, I was with Jay, and Jay's Jay. He's pretty much how he seems. I mean, as far as talent goes, there's none better. That man can throw a football 150 yards if he wanted to. He's got the Uncle Rico arm.
Okay.
For real. I mean, just like it's nothing. Yeah, but yeah, Jay was just. I mean, he really is how he seems. He's kind of a dick sometimes, but the hell of a talent.
But you knew that's what you was getting with Jay. He didn't fake the funk.
There wasn't any mixed signals coming through.
That's what we thought.
But,
a lot of times we see things on television and we're just like, man, what's wrong with this guy? And that nonchalantness that a certain error that a person can carry, did that ever carry over to you as teammates? Like you were like, damn, Jay, come on, like spark it up, like get energized.
Yeah, man. Sometimes it just depended on what kind of mood Jay was in. Sometimes it was hard to get him to do, some extra stuff after practice, or like sometimes it's hard to talk to him. Like, where you want me at on this route? Like I'm trying to get this right so we can be right on Sunday. Yeah, let's go. Just do it how you're doing it.
Are you serious?
I know that watching games and we see Big 87 come across and he wouldn't throw that ball, we was throwing stuff at the TV. Like, man, he's wide open in the end zone. If you don't throw it ball, man.
The little dude is not going to catch it. Just throw it to him where only he can get it. Right.
Yeah,
Which
man.
Jay was actually good at that sometimes. A lot of times when throwing it to you, he made sure he put it where only you could get it. And I mean, I appreciate that about Jay, but otherwise, yeah, I was waiting for you to just say, yeah, he's not that great of a quarterback. Like leadership. As far as leadership, you go from Jay Cutler, which is he synced to me. He seems like whatever, man. Just run around. Cool, whatever. Then you go to Russell Wilson. It seems like he's like a rah. Yeah, man, I believe in you.
Is he?
Run this route. You got to
Is
make
he?
sure you take. I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
He's saying that's what it looked like on TV.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
so Russ was a competitor, man. Like Russ wanted everybody to be on point. And the culture in Seattle is very different from anything else that I've experienced. Like we had a lot of fun, like in meetings and stuff, and it was really cool. But once we got to that practice field, like it was, you either go hammer or you go home.
Really?
That was
Pete Carroll seemed like
Pete wasn't having that.
Pete seemed
wasn't
like a
having
really
that, huh?
relaxed players coach, like a real fun-loving guy.
Yeah, Pete was mad cool for sure. It was,
But
that was a really
but
good
serious
year.
at practice.
Yeah, everything. You have fun, enjoy what you're doing. But yeah, practice time, game time. Yeah, you better be ready to go.
So contrast him and Lovie Smith.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I love
I'm gonna
Lovey.
say.
Lovey's my guy, man. Lovey was a very well. See, there's a difference in the teams too, because in Chicago we had a lot of old heads, a lot of vets, and so Lovey took the approach more so of let the team lead the team, and let us police ourselves, and and take care of each other, and that worked for that culture for sure. And we never, as long as I was there, we never had a losing season, and Lovey got fired after we went like 13 and
10
3,
and 6.
10 and 6, 10 and
Yeah.
6, and then they can them. Like I
Never
was-
understood
Yeah.
that, man. Never understood that.
It's
And-
funny. Everybody that comes on here says we don't understand why.
I understand why.
Except for you, JR. You always like the outlier, the different guy.
I'm not the contrarian. Like,
Yes, you are.
I didn't know we were just all agreeing, despite what we really thought.
Of course we're not. Of course we're not. This is the show where we keep it real.
But see, that's the thing. When you're talking like what Kellen just said, when you address that elephant in the room, Lovey is his guy. The team itself, correct me if I'm wrong, Kellen, y'all wanted Lovey to stay. Y'all loved him. I don't necessarily know what management was thinking at the time, but you all went to fight. You all were running through brick walls for that man.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
And he seemed to always advocate for you guys.
There was not anybody in our locker room that didn't respect that dude. Not anybody. I mean, like, and he wasn't the type of dude that, looked for that. Like he didn't, demand respect. He just automatically had it because of the way he handled himself and the way he handled us,
Got it. Okay. That's what we love to hear. Definitely.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Go ahead on, Jay, real quick while I'm on this subject.
Okay.
When you all came into like your training camp and stuff like that, were you looked at as an anomaly because you kind of turned that page? You're one of the first of those 6'7", 6'6" type of tight ends that just started miraculously showing up and taking over the league. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because, before tight end 6'2", 6'1", 6'3", big boy, you come in 6'7", like he a power forward.
Yeah,
like, what's going on?
Now it's getting back to guys are being smaller now.
True.
Guys are getting picked up just for basically be larger receivers, Mm-hmm. But yeah, back in the day, there wasn't a whole lot of guys who were big and athletic back in the day. I think the athleticism at the position has increased quite a bit, throughout the league as a total.
Right. Absolutely. I think of all the Jimmy Grahams and Tony Gonzalez's, like, they came over from basketball, 6'4", 6'5". My man in San Diego, Hall of Fame, sure to be a Hall of Fame tight end. What's his name?
Antonio
Gates, right. So did you play any basketball in high school growing up?
Yeah, I mean, I was a hooper first, for sure.
Oh, my man.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, hoops was the first dream.
So football came easy then. I mean, because you got to be pretty coordinated, and like I've seen basketball players come in and just dominate playing football, but very rarely do you see guys that are I see guys that play football that can kill, can't play any basketball.
Like you.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it both ways.
I play a little. I play.
You play a little.
I play a little bit. You know what? I would consider myself a football player, but I play basketball from time to time.
He gets used as the basketball. He don't play no basketball.
You know what? We'll say that for now. Hey, I can play a little bit. Anything with a ball. I don't know how high the bar is. Anything with a ball, I can pretty much beat Terrence at.
Oh wow!
Golf. Even the little bird, badminton, anything with a ball.
What about tennis?
That was gym class.
Anything. I'm okay.
Tennis? Oh no, dude. You would get slammed in tennis.
Ping pong.
Oh, Lord.
Ping pong, tennis,
Pinball, I got you.
Equestrian. I would beat you in that.
That would be polo. But
Polo.
anyway, back to Kellen, man. I don't want to hear this trash. Y'all talk later about that dumb stuff. Kellen, real quick question. When you were recruited, that was Brian Williams going to John L. and John L. had just took over, or were you caught in that shuffle? And how did that make you feel with your other schools?
Just taken over.
So he had just taken over. So what other offers were you entertaining at the time?
My last few came down to Michigan State, Notre Dame, Miami, and Northwestern.
Whoa, the U?
Yeah, the U.
Hey.
Yeah. But when I was set to take my visit down to Miami, Greg Olson transferred from Notre Dame to Miami. And so when they picked him up, I was like, I'm going to look elsewhere because they just signed a white version of me.
Right.
So,
He was gonna sit a year or two.
yeah, so I'm like, I'm gonna play behind him. I'm gonna be playing again. I'm gonna compete with him or playing behind him. And so.
And that's crazy. Notre Dame was on your short list, and he left Notre Dame to go to Miami, which was also on your short list.
That was when Ty Willingham was there. Now, that's a good dude too.
Ty Willingham, okay.
And he wanted me to come in as an athlete and probably play defense.
Gotcha.
So he was trying to talk me into doing that, which I probably should listen to him.
You did your thing, man. You had when you came in, we like, man, 87 had 5 touchdowns in one season and stuff. We were like, man, get the ball to Kellen, get the ball to Kellen. I don't care if you do anything in the red zone, just throw it up. Like you had a lot of fanfare here. Like a lot of people were definitely like pulling and rooting for you. I don't know unless you care to tell us, but one of our former Bears guests are not too fond of the Bears organization. Are you falling into that category as well?
I got kind of mixed review. It's one of the only truly family owned,
one of the few left franchises.
Right. Mm-hmm. So things are a little bit different in the way they handle things. I really liked, I had Lovey, so I really liked my head coach, and Jerry Angelo was the GM when I was there, and he liked me, so I liked him.
True, he drafted you.
So he liked me and I liked him, so that was good. And it's just crazy because it's like it's so like Chicago's so rooted in tradition due to the family. Like we still stay in the same hotel that they stayed in, like 50 years ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and at the Hilton downtown.
Okay, the one right off of Michigan.
Yeah, the one that ain't been remodeled since like
it's 50 years ago.
It's like Al Capone and shit.
Right. Yeah. We got tunnels underneath and stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah. So you run into odd things like that, and but yeah, I definitely did not have a bad experience with the ownership or anything like that.
Okay, well that's good to know because that's going to segue. I want to give it to the other guys because my next question, you're going to put your hat over your face and be like, why did he ask me that? So I'll just wait for a minute, let you warm up.
Kellen, I want to go back and I guess speak on not necessarily Jay Cutler, but the aspect of talent. Because he was so talented, his nonchalant, sometimes, pretty lax attitude, it seemed to be tolerated. Have you found that, throughout the league and in college, high school, that talent allows you a lot more, people a lot more tolerant of, maybe some different, quirks?
That really depends on the team, man. Like, I thought that was one of the biggest problems with Jay in Chicago wasn't necessarily Jay. It was the fact that they really catered to him. And Lovey was a defensive guy, so he left the offense, to itself. So I don't think there was enough checks and balances for him there, as opposed to somewhere else. It's like you take him versus like Russell. And over in Seattle, everything was cool, but at the end of the day, Russ was held accountable for what Russ was doing on the field.
Okay.
And, it's like it's more so where when Jay was there that, okay, we ain't gonna say nothing to Jay because we're just so happy to have a good quarterback.
So was there a disconnect, like offense defense, or
no? There wasn't a disconnect. It was just when you get in the meeting rooms, if a ball sails, or if something happens with a connection, or stuff like that, ain't nobody in Jay's ear about it. They're gonna be on the receivers. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So accountability.
Yeah.
That's basically what it comes down to, and you aren't the only one to say that there is no accountability when it comes to these quarterbacks. And
it depends on where you're at, though. It depends on where you're at.
right? Because you just said Russ was held accountable.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Well, specifically Chicago, because I'm about to bring up Mitch.
I was about to say, don't take my question.
Yeah, well, I didn't. What's your? You go ahead. Go ahead. I don't want to say it. Go ahead.
Kellen, in your opinion, you've played in the league. You've been around a couple of good quarterbacks. You've been around a couple of bad quarterbacks. What is the Bears' problem, man? Why can't we ever get the quarterback situation right? And when we have it in our hands, we draft that guy that he just named. I told you I was gonna make you put your hat down.
Well, I mean, in my personal opinion, the draft is a crapshoot because you never know what you're gonna get until guys step on the field. You know, you have your first round big time bust, and then you got guys who go undrafted and just ball out.
Right.
And so for me, it's kind of like, I've seen more guys in the higher rounds not make it into a long career than I have seen guys in later rounds. And throughout my time in the league, at least that's what I've found. But yeah, I think Chicago's, man, they might just be cursed. Honestly, I don't know.
I'm not mad at that answer.
Could be.
No, I mean nobody was mad when they took him in the draft. At least not that I know of. And
I was.
You were?
I was not.
I hadn't even heard of him.
I
had
we
neither.
talking to Kellen Davis, man. We don't want to hear that BS right now, man. I'm talking to Kellen.
I would like to ask Kellen this because he mentioned something about Jerry Angelo, that
was the general manager.
The general manager, yeah. And he said, well, he liked me, I liked him. That makes sense. When the GM, ultimately the GM's job is on the line, like you said, it's a crapshoot. And if you're not good at that, so when the Bears make or any team for that matter, if from your professional experience, they take a risk like that, what type of advice? Because I'm sure it's just not somebody, just falling in love with somebody maybe at the Senior Bowl or one of these combines. Like the GMs definitely take advice. You say, okay, you think that's what happened with Mitch?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if the GM or the head coach, or especially if the owner falls in love with a prospect, yeah, that can change things in that room for sure.
Even when it takes over the obvious choice. See, let me say this. You played 9 years, so you sustained in the NFL. You produced. We will never see the fruits of anything from Mitch Trubisky because, hell, he's already gone. So that tells you right there, it's one thing if, we didn't get Deshaun, we didn't get Mahomes, but we still got Mitch and we sticking with him. We don't even have him anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like I have to defer back to you because you've seen these different quarterbacks for the throughout the teams you played for. So you were able to stay and sustain. What is it? Is it scouting? Like you said, the GM falls in love with somebody, but I mean, hey, we fall in love with the wrong woman too. That don't make it right. Sometimes it lasts, sometimes it don't. But at the same time, you lived it, and it's you're in a position to where if that man don't throw you the ball, that's a direct effect on your production.
Yeah, most
so
definitely.
You need that quarterback to be decent.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I was blessed with guys who had talent and guys who were good leaders. For the most part of the majority of my career. So I only had one losing season in 9 years. So
wow.
That was Detroit, right?
No, that was with the Jets.
That was with the Jets.
We went 11-5.
Oh, that was the playoff year.
Yeah, so we went to playoffs.
With Stafford, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, so please refresh my memory. Was that the Jets? Who was that? Was that Geno Smith?
No, Geno. That was the year Geno got punched. And we had Fitz. We went.
Fitz Magic, yes.
We only won 4 games, man. It was miserable.
I forgot he got
punched. The year before that, we went 10-6. We just barely missed the playoffs.
Right. That was the end of Sanchez.
No, that was we had Fitz and Geno.
Fitz and Geno combo. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, I don't know how you really truly miss on talent, because in my opinion, the only thing that tells you anything about a player is watching film. Watch them on film. I don't care about the measurables. I don't care about any of that.
Thank you. I've been waiting for somebody to say that because everybody looked good in spandex and a t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like take D Hess for example. So you got a guy like him who's kind of in the middle of playing offense or defense, but if you turn on that tape, you know what kind of talent he is. Now, is D Hess going to run a 4.2? Probably not. He's probably 4.3 something in there. But when he gets on the field, he's gonna run a 4.1. You feel me? I've never seen a man accelerate so fast in my life ever. Straight out from 0 to 100 in a couple of steps.
Real quick.
But
real quick.
If you don't watch him on film, you're not gonna know. And I feel like a lot of teams go off the hype and combine numbers and all that stuff. The combine doesn't matter. I mean,
so do you feel like that's just for the media?
That's a show.
It's a dog and pony show, man.
Yeah.
That
shit's a show.
Like you go there like what people don't realize is you have to combine for a week. Just doing meetings and getting measured and doing testing. I mean, I got probably 6 MRIs while I was there, like hundreds and hundreds of X-rays, because you got to go through like 3 different sets of team doctors, and all of them order their own stuff.
Oh,
so you go through the same stuff over and over again all week, and then you meet with the coaches, you meet with teams, you meet with GMs, you do all that stuff all week for a whole week, and then Saturday morning they're like, they slap you on the ass and send you out in the field.
Shoot, that sounds exhausting in itself. Just all the meetings and stuff. Like, I just want to play some ball.
Yeah, it's pretty much just throw you out there like, yeah, no, go run for me.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah,
but yeah, we continue to be suckered in for it because I know I'm tuning in Thursday. I don't know about everybody else. I'm gonna be front row.
It's great to see guys out there blazing and stuff, but I've seen plenty of guys that were stupid fast that just couldn't hack it.
True, very true, very. A guy for the Bears that I can remember that I thought was going to have a lot of promise was Johnny Knox. You remember Johnny Knox?
Yeah, Johnny did have a lot of promise.
I thought Johnny was going to be like that Deshaun Jackson before Deshaun Jackson type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean Johnny made a ton of plays for us. He just ended up getting hurt. Same kind of like me, same thing.
Right.
Just got cut short. I was like when he got folded up, I was literally standing right next to him.
Oh,
it was bad. It was bad. That was one of the worst I've seen.
Damn.
How you feel about the new boy to play your position, Cole Kmet? Anything?
Not sure.
Notre Dame guy.
Yeah, that's a
Good
problem.
questions.
That's a problem.
My man KD, tell him. Why you say that?
Chris Zorich would love that answer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had
right.
Notre Dame was one of our biggest rivalries. So
every year we play them every year.
Every year. So yeah, we got into it. We were. I was with. Golly, what year was that? That was 2005 when we planted the flag at their stadium.
Oh, right, okay. That was on NBC.
Yeah, that was us.
I remember. Hey, yeah. Hey man, skip them Golden Domers, man. We don't care about them. But do you think he's got a chance, or is he's lacking? He don't remind me of you, so I'm not saying that.
I mean, he's definitely got a chance. He's got some talent. It just depends on, really, the amount of opportunities he's going to get, and who's going to be quarterbacking for him. Who'd you guys pick up? Andy?
Yeah, Andy Dalton.
Andy.
Garbage. But I won't say
garbage.
I won't say garbage. I won't say garbage.
Andy Dalton put up some numbers now, bro.
He's a little more than serviceable.
He used
little more than serviceable.
The Red Rifle in Cincinnati put up some numbers. Right now, he like that little pop gun on Harlem Nights. Stop shooting that little shit.
Upgrade from Mitch, though, right? Right, Kellen?
I can't say that.
Definitely could be. The one thing he's got is a ton of experience, and when he was in Cincinnati, they won a lot of games.
Yeah.
He made I think 6 playoff appearances. 6.
Yeah, but he never won in the playoffs. But they won a lot of games. You can't get it twisted. The guys are winners.
Right. He's not a slouch. That's
No,
for
he ain't no
sure.
slouch.
I didn't say he was bad. I said he was serviceable.
I said that. I said that, but I changed it. He's not garbage.
He's not garbage.
He's actually a little better than serviceable. Mitch is serviceable. He's a little better.
Well, let me stop because now
No, yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
It was a bit of a lateral move. I don't think it was sexy. I don't think the fans really.
Oh, it's absolutely not a sexy pick.
No, it wasn't a sexy move at all.
I mean, but
Everybody got hung up
what
on
were the
that,
options?
Trying to get Russell.
yeah,
But so
there it is. Everybody was on
You
that.
played with
bandwagon.
Russ.
On that.
You know Russ wasn't coming here, man. Come on. Sierra might have wanted to come here. Russ really wasn't coming here. He wasn't coming here because if not, look, we talked about a dog and pony show. Man, I'd have set out Gibsons, the red carpet. I'd have had 2 Bentley, whatever he wanted. If he really wanted to come here, it'd have been done.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to think on the flip side, like how would Seattle sell that to their fan base and to everybody who knows anything about football that they traded Russell Wilson?
Well,
Yeah, that's
We just traded
true.
Russell Wilson.
That's true. That
wait.
front office will probably get burnt down.
We've seen some trades in that we never thought would happen before. I'm not saying it's smart, but it's not out the realm of possibility either. They talking about trading Julio Jones right now, and I'm like, what? But you got to know what the situation of the team is. You got to know what the financial status is. You got to know what the real injury reports are. Kellen, you know this. It's a business first.
Yeah, I mean, but you look at Julio Jones. That's a big time asset out there. But it's a lot different trading a wide receiver than a quarterback. It's a big difference.
Yeah.
True, but so did you like the Goff for Stafford trade? Did you ever see that panning out?
I liked it for LA.
I like it for LA too. They just became the odds-on favorites in the NFC to me.
Yeah, you played with Stafford and said he was really good talent, like right up there, like you said, like Jay, like real talent.
Oh, he better than Jay, right? Stafford.
As a quarterback?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Stafford
Okay,
got name. I like Stafford.
Yeah.
A lot.
Stafford's
Really?
I liked him at Georgia. I mean, he got a rocket on. Let me stop talking. Go ahead, Kellen.
Yeah, no, Steph, he could do it all. And he was a good leader in the locker room. Good dude. Liked him a lot.
Is that important? You mentioned that a couple times, like leadership and how you guys get along in the locker room, and you mentioned something else, like you guys had fun. And a couple of the Bears guys said Lovey was really like the same thing you said. Everything is pretty bit consistent. Like Lovey let the team run the team, kind of like I think somebody said no curfew. We kind of just the vets kind of did it, and I think that's cool. But you said like really like fun in Seattle. Is that important?
We had fun in Chicago. I mean, we used to play dodgeball in the locker room every Saturday after walkthroughs.
You know what?
Ricky said
the same thing. Ricky
said
Manning
the
Jr.
same- Yeah.
He said the same thing. Like he said, you all's locker room fun is live.
Yeah, the locker room vibe was always good in Chi-Town.
That's
what's up. So the only people that are really like pulling their hair out and the sky is falling is just the fans. The players seem to be like, hey, it's the nature of the game. We're gonna get it right, because we got some angry fans, some.
Now, he ain't say all that.
Some malcontents. Like these are like,
I'll tell you, fans of Chicago were, great to be around and great to interact with. But I'll never forget the year we went to the NFC Championship game. We had that game at home. We started off the season 9-0, and then we lost our first game at home. Week 10.
Yep.
And they were booing at us. I'll never forget that. That was something else. But
I was one.
You were one of them?
Yeah, I was one.
I didn't boo, and I was like, oh man.
I was one of those. I was at that game.
Because that team kept like Green Bay didn't have any answer. Like we was on it. We was on it.
Yeah, well, we let Green Bay in because we didn't play our starters.
Correct, because had you won that last game, they wouldn't have made the playoffs.
No.
See, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, I remember that too because we should have went to the dance.
You lived it, homie. You lived it.
Golly, yeah, that is some hindsight for you. Yeah, woo-wee.
Ain't it though? Jay couldn't get off the bike. The man was hurt. You know, like, come on.
Nah.
Oh,
So wait a minute. Mike Martz was the offensive coordinator there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was wait a minute. This is what's the name? Mike Martz.
St. Louis Rams.
Greatest Show on Turf, Mike Martz.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
How was that?
Mike did a flip flop on me. So Mike, when he came in his first year, he was not on my side. But then after that, second year, nothing changed. I was still doing all the same stuff, everything same in practice. He's like, man, you might be the best tight end in the league. I just looked at him like, okay, so you don't flip the script, throw me the ball.
Wow.
That's right. Throw you the damn ball. What are we talking about?
But yeah, so Martz, he was a character, man, especially because like you run into older coaches like that who have had a ton of success in the past, and they're really immersed in their system, and how they do things, and they want, they go to a different team and they try to fit guys into their system as opposed to, making the system function around their players. So sometimes that can be tough because, you get guys doing things that they aren't necessarily ever really going to be good at.
Now, was his scheme overly complicated, or was it just the literature, the lingo?
The lingo was long. The scheme itself wasn't super complicated. I'll say it's probably right in the middle of the road.
Because it was still like basic spread, right?
Yeah, so we were running a digit system. So all of our stuff, all the routes were numbered.
Right.
And the only caveats were mostly for the tight ends because a lot of times you would have a route change with a certain combination of other routes. You would have a route change that wasn't tagged. So you had a lot of extra things to remember like that. But other than that, it wasn't too difficult.
So you guys had like read option routes depending on the defensive formation, what linebacker or safety was on you, stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, it really just depended on the whole concept as a total because everything, whenever you put it in an offense, everything has to meld together. So you can't have a guy on an option route when you're on a 3-by-1 side if two other guys are locked in on what they're doing. Everything has to work together. And so usually in that situation, your tight end is your number 3 on the if you're running trips, your tight end is going to be a number 3 most of the time in that type of setup. And so you won't always get a tag because the backside receiver, the X, whoever's backside singled up is going to get the tag for the route. So you don't always get tagged and have a chance to get told what to do on every play.
Gotcha.
You got to be on your P's and Q's.
Read and recognition at that point, huh?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Got to know what you're doing.
On,
if you don't know what you're doing, you can't play.
Hey, that's right.
On paper, Johnny Knox, Roy Williams, Kellen Davis. That looks good. That looks good with Jay Cutler slinging the ball around. You get in trouble. You got Matt Forte. And you got Mike Martz. If I'm right, I think Mike Martz is still there. I mean, at the time. So, man, it looks like we got some ingredients there, whatever. And it looks good. Lovey's the head coach. Everything's going good. If you could put your finger on maybe a few things or maybe one primary thing, what was it that you think that that was needed to maybe help the Bears get over that hump, or why it didn't happen?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, for me, I never really felt like we needed to, get over the hump. Because like I said, when I was in Chicago, we went 9-7 my first year, and we went 10-6.
Right,
we went 13-3, then 10-6, then 10-6. So it wasn't like we weren't winning games. We missed the playoffs a couple of times, but we almost made it to the Super Bowl too. So, in my opinion, I felt like if Jay had some more accountability in the front office when he was there, I think we would have done a lot better. Just because of the nature of the game and just kind of the way Jay was. If somebody was checking him a little bit more, I feel like we would have got more production on the field. because we had, we were never lacking for defense, and we were never lacking for offensive weapons either.
True, but like even your first year, like because I want to say that was Kyle Orton, right? Like your first year,
Orton, yeah.
Like you all had success. Like Kyle Orton wasn't a bad quarterback.
No, he wasn't.
He was pretty smart, Big Ten guy to do.
He was super smart. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I like him. I like you. One of our former guests, Rasheed Davis. He was on the squad with y'all. Yeah, y'all did pretty good.
Yeah, she's my dude.
Yeah, Sheed is a fan of the show and one of our brothers, man. We love
Shout out
Sheed.
Shout out Sheed.
But it's like, when we saw, I ain't gonna lie, man, when we saw you all get, we got Jay, we was like, we got something. Now, I don't know how, because I want to say you and Greg was on the team at the same time, right? Olsen?
Yeah.
So, again, 6 degrees of separation, you all came right back.
Yeah.
In a roundabout way, right? But it's like
a roundabout way.
That, like I said, I'll never forget that 11-5 season. We was first. Like, I think that was like 09 or 10. Like, we should have, like, that was our calling card. That was our time, man. That was our time. That was our time, for real. And Mike March had us really, really, like, trying to play, like we had Isaac Bruce and all that. But we had so much faith and love, and that team was just it was rugged defensively. It was inspirational offensively. Again, it just didn't come. But like, did that kind of, as a player, was that letdown, like so much of a letdown, like it's this guy, or was it just like let's pick everybody else up, do better, and hopefully try to hide his mistake? Or I'm sorry, let's not say mistake, his lack of accountability.
No, I mean it's a team sport, and guys say that about a lot of things, but when it comes down to football, you got to have, you got 11 guys out there, and everybody's got to operate. If one guy's not operating, it ain't gonna work. So, the end result, of winning truly does come from, the team cohesively working together, in all three phases. Because, you got any given play, you got 10 guys doing their thing and one guy doesn't, it doesn't work.
Throws off the orchestra. Yep.
You got two guys not doing their job, it really don't work.
We saw it on Sunday. Like I said, that 11-5, we were so hopeful. I don't know, T, if you remember when we got Mike Martz, everybody, prognosticators, everybody was like, Bears going to the Super Bowl.
Everybody thought that.
Everything was in place.
Including me.
Bears going to the
almost
Super Bowl.
did. Y'all wasn't wrong.
Almost.
Right. Like literally like a play away. If he hadn't got hurt. But
hey, I like Kellen. I like how Kellen said almost did. Calm down. You guys like we're in danger of going winless. He said, we all did. Okay, that's all right.
Well, no.
We won 13 games that year.
Hey,
back then we were worked up because almost is not good enough.
Not first, we're last. Calm down. I thank you, Kellen. Hey, let's put some context in this. We almost did.
That's why you don't win. That's why you don't win.
What did I just say? We were 1 or 2 plays away. If Jay doesn't get hurt, we go to the Super Bowl. That's it. That's all.
Yeah,
Green Bay was done.
Yeah.
They were toast, G. They were done.
Yeah, we only lost that game by a touchdown. And that was after we put in Tom Collins.
Correct. Woo. Michigan guy. Hey.
We put in Tom Collins.
Yeah, but he stunk.
Michigan guy.
The only other game we put Tom in, he went. I remember this because it was the craziest game. We were down in Charlotte, playing Charlotte. And we put, I think that was when Jay hurt his thumb and he didn't play at all. And Tom Collins went, I believe, 2 for 5 with 2 interceptions. But that game, Matt rushed for like 240 yards or something crazy like that. It was we were destroying. So it worked out. We won.
It worked out right. But I remember the media.
He was on the field before the NFC Championship game.
Right.
Let us know something, Kellen. Like the casual football fans, people that might not know. one, what goes through your head when a backup quarterback comes in, and how many reps do these guys actually get? Because these are pros, so you would expect them to be able to come in and at least hold down the fort. So,
Well, that's. I mean, I feel like you hit the nail on the head with that, because in season, nah, man, they might be getting 3 or 4 reps, per period, if that, at quarterback. Yeah, no, because if you're a starter, man, and in season work, ain't no rep sharing no more. That only happens in training camp. So if
Scout team get more burned than he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, if you get a guy hurt in a game, if you get a starter hurt in a game, your second is going to be very not. I wouldn't say like guys are like behind the curve, but they're not out there executing the same amount of plays. You don't get as much time working with everybody. So, you talk about route timing, you talk about guys leading and stuff like that. It's not the same. I mean, you can't expect it to be the same.
Okay.
And timing is so important, and you can only get that report during practice.
Yeah.
And we can see that, like, again, when we see it's like, oh my God, somebody got hurt. I'll take you back to Caleb Haney. Even though Caleb Haney tried, it was just like, oh my God. Like, we just knew you're putting too much pressure on this guy. Like you said, we're just assuming in practice he's getting reps.
Oh, no.
But he's clipboard. He's watching. He's taking notes.
Yeah,
I don't think
you get down to your third string quarterback.
Not you, Jay. I'm talking about the normal fan, not you.
Yeah, I mean, you get down to your third string quarterback, he's working with the scout team.
No, there you go.
He ain't getting no reps. That doesn't happen.
Absolutely. And now we see why when they get on the field, it's like almost baptism by fire at that point.
Yeah, if you're going to be a second string or third string quarterback, I mean, your game is really mental. You have to be able to stay there and stay in the playbook and know all the calls and know where guys are supposed to be, because you don't have that. You ain't getting none of that time on the field.
Shoot, that sounded like Craig Crenshaw knew all the calls, but smartest man in the room, but couldn't produce.
Oh my God!
Wasn't he a Michigan State guy?
No, Ohio State. Don't you do that.
No.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No.
Hey, get him, KD. We don't do that around.
No.
We don't do that.
My bad.
You tripping, T.
Kellen, when you play with a couple of guys, do you have any teammates that are like, hey, this is my guy, or like teammates you really bonded with, like from different teams that you still keep in contact with on the regular or something like that?
Yeah, no, I mean, like you guys just mentioned Rashid, we still keep in contact. Just talk to him. Because we're both doing real estate now. So
congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got that in common. And Forte has been we've been friends since before the draft. So we still keep in contact. And it's really hard though with the league, because after a while, all your friends end up all over the place. Everybody goes everywhere. Nobody stays with a team for too long. Whether you good, bad, or indifferent, if you're still playing, you're gonna end up somewhere else eventually. And so it's really hard to keep up with guys, because they all live in their own lives. Over there in LA, in Arizona, down in Florida. Like I'm in North Carolina.
Are you in North Carolina?
Yeah.
What part?
Greensboro.
Okay, my son goes to North Carolina Central down there in Raleigh. Yeah, he's 6'7" too.
He a baller?
He plays for them. Yes, he not as big as you though. He's small, but he good. So Kellen, let me ask this: what do you feel now? The game, we know the game has changed, right? How do you feel about today's NFL moving forward? We have questions. We've talked to some guys on the defensive end. We haven't really had the pleasure of talking to guys on the offensive end. Defensive guys are like, hey, man, this is some bull. We can't touch. We can't hit. It's flag football. On the offensive end, because I know it's more of a passing league now. How do you feel? How do you like the game that's going on now?
I'm not really – I ain't for that there.
My man.
It's like back, when I started, everything was still like the Wild Wild West. Like there wasn't
Y'all was hitting down there in Bourbonnais.
Oh yeah, we was hitting and getting thumped on, but that was, I know that. All right, so on the real, you got the NFL saying that they want to protect, players' health and safety is their number one goal.
Right.
We don't care about no players.
Oh,
not even a little bit. They don't care. It's a machine, a multi-billion-dollar machine. They don't care about player safety. They're just trying to make it. They're just trying to make it look like they do.
That's PR.
Yeah, it's just PR. Like they don't want lawsuits. They don't want guys getting disability. They don't want none of that. That's all it comes from. But
even with all this CTE and stuff, they don't want you guys to apply long-term health care. None of that.
Oh no, they ain't trying to, bro. It's a business. They ain't trying to give out no bennies.
Dang.
Wow.
Why? I mean, you think about it. Like,
take your pension after 5 and shut up, huh?
No, it's not even So don't even get me started.
No, we want to get you started because we need to know.
All right, so the last CBA that we negotiated, the one before the current CBA. So
correct.
When we made all the changes and stuff, we bumped. They got you got to where you were vested after 3 years. What do you think the average career is?
2 to 3.
Less than 3 years.
So they're not even vested.
It's like 2.1 something. That's the average. That's
the
average length of a career in the league. And so, yeah, it sounds good on paper. You went from 5 to 3, but you only got another 10, 15% of guys making it. So no, it's no skin off their nose. It's a little bit more benefits they got to pay out, but it's not a whole lot.
Right.
And like I feel like the direction that the game's going in now is kind of like it's kind of taken away from what guys can do. Like all the rules with the hits and stuff, and just the flags that are called. Like it's really, to me, it's really slowing up the game. I think I just think there's a better way to go about keeping people safe without taking away, the football part of football.
Right. More technological advances and stuff like that. But
I mean, just that. But I mean, like
kickoffs, no hits across the middle. Hell, you can't even hit a quarterback now.
Nah, I mean, it's a real big. It puts defensive players in a big time bind because it's like you can't go high anymore. You can't go low anymore.
Right. What can you do?
And it's like you can't hit him if he's turned or if he hasn't taken 2.5 steps. Like it's just too much. Like if I was playing defense, I'll be pulling my hair out on every play. Like, okay, so you telling me I got less than a quarter of a second to figure out where I'm gonna put my helmet on this dude before I get flagged.
Right. That's crazy.
And all that's bang bang. So like once your thought is made up, that's it.
I mean, you got a lot of big men moving at high speed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's
crazy.
my opinion.
I hate
to
hear that.
Guys having concussions and stuff like that. That
really
can
hate to
lead to some serious problems. And, I totally understand.
Car collision.
What?
You said like car crashes, like collisions. Those are big hits.
Oh man, I mean, whether you're having concussion problems or not, I mean, they did a study with all the guys who had donated their brains to the CTE stuff. So there was I think 111 guys they did a study on post NFL players or retired NFL players, and so out of 111, 110 had CTE.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, and that was from the lady up in Boston that pretty much the world expert on CTE.
Damn.
Well, that's
I mean, the way I feel about it, I feel like everybody who plays long enough to play, even a few years in the NFL is suffering from some kind of effect of that.
Do you feel that's the nature of the game, and that's just like it comes?
I don't know if I wouldn't say it's the nature of the game. I think it's a byproduct of the game. it's unavoidable. I mean, you're literally, knocking heads with, the man across from you on. So say you even at practice, say you're taking 60 reps a day at practice, you hitting out of 40 of them.
Would you do anything different? Like knowing what you know now?
I personally wouldn't do anything different. I mean, the game of football is good to me as far as, what I've been able to provide for, for my wife and my kids and, a lot of that. But I mean, the fact of the matter is you pay for it.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that. I hear a lot of guys sometimes, and I mean, you said that without hesitation. Hey, I wouldn't do anything different. Football's been good to me, and I see a lot of guys sometimes they kind of like, I'm not a real big second guesser, Monday morning quarterback type guy. So I mean, I think sports it is what it is. On a lighter note, you you wore number 80 in college.
Yeah.
So this isn't going to really hit you hard. Like, hey, these single digit guys, everybody wants to be a single digit now. How do you feel about that? The skill positions.
You rock whatever you want to rock, man. I don't see why people are making a big deal out of it.
Yeah, that ain't gonna change the way they play.
Because it's not. It shouldn't be.
Look good, feel good, play.
It's a number.
Right. Yes. Come on, Kellen. You got it, brother. You say, hey, you know what though? I was reading because I don't know what it is. We talk about something on the show, and in my timeline, it comes up with all type of stuff like, wow, somebody's listening. I think like 85 or 90% of receivers in the league now wear numbers in the teens, and they say 80, the big 80 numbers, they're too heavy for me. I can't really do anything with that. Leave that for tight ends.
Come on.
Seriously?
Think of a receiver in the NFL now, starting receiver. I don't think they said any receiver last year that wore number 80 caught a pass. Maybe one or two passes all year.
Oh, that number can't be right.
I said, let me think. I mean, can we think of anybody? Anybody on the Bears number 80?
Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, he's a tight end. He's a tight end.
Set up questions.
Talking about receivers.
Set up question.
That was the setup question.
Oh, Jimmy Graham. What about Jimmy Graham?
Yeah, man, I can't think of him. But then you want to go back all time though. All the greats.
All the greats. Yeah, like guys wear number 84 and 80 and 81 because of guys. And now, I mean, I think the first guy I really remember wearing anything other than that was what's his name? Keyshawn. And I was a big Keyshawn Johnson fan. He wore number 19. He wore number 19. And then when I think of those guys, I just think of Keyshawn and Larry Fitzgerald. But you're right. Look good, feel good, play good. Hey, nothing looks better to me. I say that number 80 in Michigan State Green, 80, that was if you were a receiver, so you had to be a baller for a long time to get that number 80 when you're coming out. They say, hey, wait a minute. We're going to get this guy the best number.
Yeah, man. That's the one I wanted.
That's what's up.
That's one of one. And one of two might be Chris Carter.
80?
He was 80.
Yeah, he was 80.
He was 80.
Rice and Carter, man, don't do that. Don't do that, J.I.
Wait a minute. What am I doing? I said 80
you
was
like
80.
you was on something.
No, 80 is a dope number.
Okay.
Listen, I'm trying to not be the grumpy old man. Like, you know what? I like the single digits. I'm thinking.
Well, Randy Moss wore 18 the 2 years in Oakland, so it had. I mean,
Oh, he played in Oakland?
Hey, man.
What?
He played.
What?
I'm gonna stop talking.
What did he catch? What did he catch? 2 more passes than I did in Oakland?
I'm going to stop talking to you in public.
Hey, 18. When he got back there 81, he made some noise. So I mean, I know that was the big thing. I didn't think that vote would ever get passed. Are there any rules now, Kellen, you would like to see maybe change or tighten up or maybe loosen? I know you mentioned like the defensive stuff, but maybe something for the offensive guys that will give you a little more freedom.
I I can't believe it, but still with the replays, man.
Oh,
With the watching the guys miss calls on replays, like in these days when you got like 19 camera angles,
right.
you can see each blade of grass. Like it is crazy to me. The guys are still missing calls.
So did that New Orleans game rub you the wrong way?
Yeah,
that New Orleans and the Rams game.
New Orleans got they got the big but there was a lot of PI and non-PI calls that were just terrible, and they went under review and they still didn't overturn them. And I just watching that just as a player, thinking like, man, because when I was with Detroit, when we went to the playoffs, we played Dallas down in Dallas, and we had one of those. It wasn't at the end of the game, but it was right before halftime, and it changed the whole momentum of the whole game. The whole momentum. It was a non-call. It was terrible. I mean, terrible.
Then I hear referees saying, "Are you okay, big fella?" Like, just because I'm big, that's not a penalty. Like, what are we doing?
Right. That's crazy right there.
I agree with you with that, Kellen. You got all these cameras, and then we still get it wrong. It's something is.
But obviously wrong. I'm not talking about the ones that are like ticky-tacky and kind of in between. I mean like the ones that are like blatantly obvious to everybody who's ever watched football before.
Yes.
Still get it wrong after review. Like that shouldn't be happening.
To me, Dez Bryant caught that. That was a catch.
Oh, that's done changed back and forth.
About three different times, didn't it, man?
You tell me what a catch is now.
Man. Calvin Johnson against our beloved.
I was just about to say that. I think that was. But as a Bears fan, I gotta say that wasn't a catch. No, he didn't. It wasn't completion. He put the shit down immediately. It wasn't completion.
Hey man, look here. You got to roll and do a tumble and a somersault and pop up and all that other crap. We doing.
Hey man, you didn't see him fully complete the catch. You saw him hit the ground and leave that shit down there, get up and celebrate.
Yeah. You catch the ball, you put 2 feet down, it's a touchdown. That's it, that's all.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, Kellen, we have a question from one of our fans. This fan is true and dear to my heart. It's my mom.
Your mama.
So Miss Sandra is back on the show.
Hey, Miss Sandra.
Hey, Mom. She's asking, are you doing any coaching NFL or collegiately? And if not, are you interested in coaching?
No, and most likely no. I plan on coaching. When my sons get older.
Okay.
Coaching them when I get to high school.
You have 2 sons?
No. Yeah, I got 2 sons.
Okay. Yeah. How old? Talk about them.
Oh yeah, so my oldest son, he's 3, and he's nuts. His name's Dash, and then my little man.
Oh, Dash, I like that.
Yeah, Coda, and he's a little monster too.
Dash Davis, I like that.
Yeah, Dash is fast, man. That boy he's out there.
Okay,
I would guess that by the name. Yeah, I would guess he's fast as hell.
Unfortunately, that man is gone. On the line.
That's what's up.
Dash, get back here.
Dash.
$1 for every time I yelled at that boy to get back here.
Get back here.
He gone.
Get back.
Now I gotta get up again.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I got 2 boys, and my oldest is a little girl. She's 5.
Okay. So mom, he won't be looking to coach until his sons become of age.
No, coaches, man. Coaches have to put in too much time, man.
They have to put in more time than the players.
When you get up to college, it gets to like here. And then when you get in the league, it's like here. They ain't leaving the office until like 11. It's
wow.
Nah, I ain't about that life.
I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you for that at all.
Hey, Kellen,
I can coach high school and have fun. I can coach high school and have fun.
That good segue to my next question. This is supposed to be fun. This is a game. High school, college, or the pros? What was most fun to you?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I would probably say college, only for the fact that when you're in college, you are spending an inordinate amount of time with all the guys you play with.
Yes.
You know, you guys are living together, you're practicing together, you're going to school together. You know, back in the day, there were no regulations on how much time you could spend on the field or how much time you could spend in meetings.
Correct.
So you living, eating, and breathing with guys all the time, all year round. You know, because back when I was in college, there wasn't no rules saying that you couldn't work out for 7 hours a day in the off season.
Right. And it was a true brotherhood, right?
Yeah. I mean, I just think that, you know, just that proximity together all the time makes it, you know, like everybody on the team's your boy, even if you don't get along with them per se. You know, you spend enough time with them that it's just a little different. Because when you're in the league, everybody's grown men. You know, you got your own. You know, you play together, you practice together, you work hard together, you lift together, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, everybody goes home and, you know, has their own life.
Because now it's a job. It's a career now. When you're in a pro.
Not saying that the league.
absolutely
I'm
love
not
to hear
saying
that.
that the league wasn't fun. I'm just saying that camaraderie. You can't reproduce the camaraderie you have in college in the league. It's just impossible.
Cannot duplicate it. Absolutely not.
Wow, I absolutely love to hear that because I think that I would love like some of the viewers and people to kind of really get that because you know well the league is the pinnacle. You're gonna make the most. You're gonna have the most fun. You're gonna have the most this and that. And you know you have a very rare perspective. You know, being a professional athlete, a lot of people just think that when I get there, it's just gonna be the most fun ever. But you went to a Big Ten school, big school, so I can imagine being big fun at Michigan State. You guys had a ball.
Yeah,
I can imagine that.
for sure.
Wow.
So, Kellen, I want to ask you. Well, first of all, do you watch the Bears? Right? You still watch the Bears or no?
Yeah, I still watch the Bears whenever. See now, I still got friends that play for all the teams for the most part. So I try to catch those games with my boys on them, and I also try to pick, you know, each week what's going to be the best game to watch because you know I got kids and whatnot. So I'm down to 1 or 2 games a week, maybe 2.
So, in your opinion, what do the Bears need to do draft day? Who do they need to pick? Who do they need to pick, and then who do you like?
Well, I mean, where are they at? What's the first round? What number?
20.
20th
20?
Thursday.
They're at 20.
They need to trade up.
That's what I said.
Okay, and to get who?
They need
I
to
mean,
trade up.
Hey man, see, you don't
They
listen.
need to pick a quarterback.
Tell them, Kellen. Thank you.
Okay.
This year's a deep year for the quarterback from everything that I'm understanding, the guys that I've watched.
But if they don't pick anyone from the line, they don't pick someone for the line because the line sucks right now. So anybody that's back there is gonna get bum rushed.
Now, hold on. You know something about sucking lines. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but you did have Fred Miller and Jamarcus Webb, didn't you? Damn.
Golly, you guys are
controversial. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
You coming in too hot, man.
Let me bring it down. Jamarcus just used to piss me off, but it's okay. Let me bring it down.
Yeah, bring it down, man. Whoa.
If the Bears need to trade up, wouldn't it be wiser? Because I'm thinking, okay, but if you trade up now, how high do you have to trade up? Because it depends on what the picks are.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're thinking right now that you got your 2 top picks in is going to be Trevor Lawrence and the kid from BYU.
Zach Wilson.
Yes. Yeah. Then you still got Justin Fields on the board and Mac Jones. Mm-hmm. Both proven winners, both big time quarterbacks, still on the board. So you're thinking you still got a shot at getting a good, talented quarterback, you know, at somewhere between 4 and 6, 4 and 7. You know, because everybody hasn't been boosting up Mac Jones, but at Bama he was killing.
He
And
was.
at Ohio State, Fields was killing. I don't know how he's not getting more love. I mean, he's an athlete.
It baffles me.
That's a conversation for another night. But I think this
know
is what I think. After 4, because Atlanta already said they're willing to do a deal, right? To me, not so much Nagy, but definitely Ryan Pace. You need to right a wrong. You need to right a wrong, and this is the time to do it. But to get from 20 to 4, 5, 6, you got to give up a lot, Kellen. You got to give up a lot.
You got to.
But I say it's worth it.
You asked me what I personally think the Bears should do. They should trade up.
And I agree with you.
If I was a GM and it was a perfect world, I give a lot to go up and get a quarterback, because it's like you said. I mean, like, you just brought Andy Dalton over, you know, who's a proven winner and a veteran. So you don't have to bring a rookie in to come in and start for you.
So who would you give up?
Who? I'll give up draft picks. I wouldn't let anybody go.
So you wouldn't give up no players. You would give up draft picks.
Yeah, give up draft picks. Try to keep if you're like you guys. If you like your guys that you have now, at other positions.
Somebody like in Atlanta,
I like that.
Who can keep a Matt Ryan who's still going. They may want a Roquan Smith. They may want a Khalil Mack in lieu of that first or the next 2 first-round picks. They may still want that.
Maybe. But, I mean, you got to remember, though, you still got the number 20 to trade. So it's not like you are not going to have a first-round draft pick to move. You're just trying to move up. So whoever you can give up that 20 and go to
you'll
6,
get a first-round in return.
And then give a first-rounder next year.
Right.
Maybe a second-rounder and, maybe a third-rounder the next year. It just depends on, what deals are being made and whatnot. But, like, yeah, I mean, you always have an opportunity to move up. Somebody's going to be willing to trade their spot. It just depends on what it's going to cost and whether you think it's worth it. If you don't think you can get the guy that you want at that number, you ain't going to move up.
So at 20, let's say we don't move up. At 20, where do we go? Because I've been hearing rumors about linebacker. Love Roquan. Trevathan, what have you. I don't think at 20 we need a linebacker. If we're gonna stand pat at 20, I have to address my offensive line. I have to.
That's your personal take?
That's my personal take. If we don't get a quarterback, like I'm saying, if we don't move up.
Yeah.
Because you have to protect, if you need anything from Andy Dalton, if you expect anything from him, you have to protect him first. You have to.
Yeah. That's always a big bank, though. Picking up linemen in the first round.
It's a crapshoot.
Yeah, it is. It is.
For every Orlando Pace, you end up with a Gabe Kareem.
Not Orlando Paces.
Yeah. It's not sexy. You think the what is the Savages are at the gate now. So if you don't get a quarterback, you got to get somebody that's going to at least make because this is what we're talking about. I think we're talking about the casual fan for the most part, and we're the casual fan. I'm not anything more than a casual fan. But if I can move up to get a quarterback, we didn't mention North Dakota State guy. What's his name?
Trey Lance. Absolutely.
Trey Lance. I mean, I don't know. Is he I don't know a whole lot about him. I'm thinking like, okay,
he might be going third to San Francisco.
He's the top 5. Okay. He's the top 5 pick.
Okay.
But my thing is, if you don't draft, if you don't get somebody for the line, your line is still gonna suck. And you've already named Andy Dalton the starter. And we know Andy Dalton pretty much has bricks on his feet. So if that line breaks, Andy Dalton gonna get sacked. No question about it. So why are we picking a quarterback ahead of picking an offensive lineman? Don't everybody speak at once.
Well, I mean, I would just be looking at it if I was GM, and I would just be looking at it as a chance to secure, future success for the quarterback, not necessarily success right now.
But your ass is on the line right now. Ryan Pace's ass is on the line right now. He wants to win. Yes. He and Nagy are on the bubble right now. You look at their successes and you listen to the news and you read the papers. Those dudes are on the line right now. So they got to win.
But Terrence, that's what the media say. Like, we can't always fall into what the media says, who is on a hot seat or not. Because if they was truly on the hot seat, proverbially, they wouldn't be allowed to make this pick. You see what I'm saying? Because whoever they pick now, Kellen, correct me if I'm wrong, whoever they pick now, quarterback, be it Davis Mills, Kellen Mond, Kyle Trask, whoever, maybe in the second, third round, if they don't have any success this year, those drafted quarterbacks are going to be on the next regime.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you don't hit a home run now, basically, as Ryan Pace, not so much Nagy, but as Ryan Pace, if you don't do the impossible now, you can pretty much, like, you've put the death nail in your own coffin, so to speak, for now.
Yeah, I mean, only the people in the front office know what's going on in the front office. That's true for everybody.
Okay.
Teammates, sometimes even coaches. I mean, it really depends. I've seen organizations do it where the head coach really doesn't have much say as to who they're picking up or who they're trading for or anything like that as far as personnel decisions.
You're right. I remember John Fox saying he didn't really want Mitch Trubisky. I remember that. I remember that. That was on a blog. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it both ways, where the GM has total control, where they share, and then where the coaches have, more so a voice on who they pick up. My opinion has always been that the head coach should have, final say on who they pick up.
If I'm gonna cook the meal, let me buy the groceries. Bill Parcells.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Kellen, you've been there before. How present is that, like, in the atmosphere of an NFL locker room where you've been? Where is that something guys are thinking about? Hey, the GM is going to get canned, or like this guy's on the hot seat, like, or is that just something that the media cooks up? Like you said, you like Jerry Angelo. Did you ever think like, hey, this guy's going to get canned?
The media has to talk about something all the time. They have to. They literally have to. And no, guys, when it comes down to the season, all the smart guys keep their head to the grindstone and keep trucking and focusing on what you can do every day. Because, there's going to be all kinds of stuff flying, when it comes to the media. And, 90% of it ain't true. So you gotta stick to your guns and stick to your guys and the people, that are in the building.
Hey, quick question. In college, did they give you guys a media relations packet? Like, hey, when somebody interviews you, kind of say these things, don't say this, like some do's and don'ts?
No, not a state.
They didn't?
No.
Okay. Because I see some guys are extremely savvy, and I see, you hear like a couple of cliches. So I'm thinking, okay, some of these guys have a little script and they're really good at it. And then I think, some guys are, tend to go off scripts from time.
No, man, that just depends on the person, just like anything else.
Okay, that's it's good that we're getting authentic stuff from
that's real right there. I mean, sheesh.
So Kellen, before we let you go, you spent four or 5 years in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So you went to some pretty cool places to eat and hang out and stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool. You eat fried chicken?
Yeah, man.
You stupid.
All right. So I ask everybody this because I'm like a fried chicken connoisseur.
Okay.
I ask everybody, Have you been to Harold's and have you been to Uncle Remus?
Ben Harold's.
You've been to Harold's. You have not been to Uncle Remus.
Mm-mm.
He has not missed a thing.
You ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing nothing. That's one thing me and J.I. agree on. You ain't missing nothing. So in your fried chicken connoisseurism, if you are, where would you rank Harold's among any other fried chicken you've ever had?
I've ever had? Oh, that's tough. I would say probably number 2.
Oh,
whoa, number 2?
Wait, that's pretty high.
It's pretty high.
It's pretty high. Yeah, you've been a lot of places.
Yeah, I've been a lot of places.
Yeah, you sure have, because you played for like what, 6 different teams?
I played 5. 4. Yeah.
4 different teams?
Yeah.
You're gonna have the people in Greensboro mad at you, like, wait a minute, where do we rank here?
We got a really good soul food restaurant down in Greensboro. They do some mean chicken.
Oh, really?
Yeah, best spot I ever been to was down in Atlanta. I can't remember the name of it. We just really went once, but yeah.
Sylvia's. Yeah, Sylvia's. One of the best soul food places in Atlanta. Yep.
I was gonna say Gladys Knight's restaurant, but you know.
Gladys Knight.
Yeah, she got a restaurant down there.
She does. She does now.
Yeah, Gladys Knight chicken and waffles.
Now she been had it.
Yeah, that's been
She ain't been had it because she ain't have it when I was there.
Off the chain.
There's another soul food restaurant in Atlanta called The Beautiful. That food is off the hook. It's on Cascade. Yeah, y'all might not. I'm sorry. Y'all might know.
No, but
what the fuck I'm talking about.
Y'all all about the barbecue down there.
Oh yeah, down here, yeah. Yeah, man.
You pretty mean on the grill?
And, man, I started cooking on the grill when I was 8 years old.
Okay. Speak on it, bro. Speak on it.
Yeah, don't go there.
What you like?
Don't do that. Okay,
No,
all right.
man, I mean, that's how I learned to cook. That's how I learned to cook was on the grill, and I think that that's the best place to start to learn because you gotta sauce everything up. You gotta season everything up. You gotta
marinate.
Yep, learn how to marinate and all. Yeah, I think that's the best place to learn how to cook. It's not in the kitchen, but on the grill.
That's what's up.
What you like putting on the grill?
My favorite thing to put on the grill?
Yeah,
steak.
Hey, that was easy.
Because I don't think you can do a steak perfectly any other way. Because you can't get that high temperature you need to sear a steak. Doing anything else. I mean, you can sear it on the cooktop and then throw it in the oven, but that's just not.
You still gonna dry it out eventually. Yeah.
I'm a steak connoisseur now.
Oh man, hey.
Okay.
I got a love for meatheads for life. My wife, we got a
hey, wait a minute.
Where group with there's like probably 50 old Spartan dogs in the same text message group. We've been in it for like a year.
Okay.
She calls it my wife, so it's like Spartan dogs, but she calls it meatheads for life. She's like, what they saying on meatheads for life now?
We gonna keep it Spartan dogs though.
Yeah, it's Spartan dogs.
DAWGS.
I'm trying to think of it. I cannot think of it. I was in Greensboro about a month ago, and I went to a steakhouse in Greensboro. I was staying at a hotel, and I said I wanted a steak. It was pretty good. I can't remember. And they had a lot of steak. No, it wasn't. I'm trying to look at it now. I can't.
You probably you was downtown?
No, I was right by GSP, not too far from the airport.
Not too far from the airport. You probably want to be Christopher's.
Hey, let me see. I can't remember, but I know it was. It was standing room only. I think I sat at the bar. It was pretty good, And I don't think I'm a steak connoisseur, but I was like, hey, this was pretty good. And I like Greensboro. I had never been there before. I don't think I even really heard of it. Tell you the truth. But
Yeah,
what brought you there?
My wife's from down here. And so
Okay.
we ended up,
Cool.
settling down here afterward. After I retired, we moved down here full time.
Shout out to Miss Davis.
Yeah, and
It was dope.
you can't beat the food in Chicago though. Not Chicago and New York. You can't beat it.
Okay.
Can't beat it with a stick, man.
When you were downtown, who did you frequent, Kellen?
Love Gibson's after games.
Mhm.
Yes.
Everyone says that. Everyone
Shout
says
out to
that.
my man my waiter down there. He was
All right. Shout out.
Deal. And one of my favorite restaurants like ever was Japanese. Like if you guys are Asian.
Dude, Ricky, just see that.
The Fusion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Japanese. Yeah, that's what's still one of my
The
all-time
hibachi
favorites.
grill. Yeah.
I gotta write that down. I'm
I
not
don't know
living
if they're still open, but
hey, I'm not living my life right.
Vegas, though.
It's not still open. It's
Yeah,
not
they
still
still
open.
got one in Vegas.
oh, okay.
Hey,
Yeah, but
That's even more
Japanese
reason.
is one of my favorite restaurants like all time.
okay.
Ricky said the exact same thing. Yep, Japanese. Gibson's is a favorite just about
Yeah, it's
every.
a staple, man. It's
Huh?
ain't going nowhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When the next time you coming back, Kellen, we got to link up. We, go out to dinner and stuff.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to make it up there. Maybe sometime this summer. Wait till
This
it
summer.
gets-
Keep in
wait till it
touch with
actually
us. We
gets
got a
nice
couple
up
of
there.
spots
See,
we can
it's
go.
nice and warm down here. It was 86 today.
It was 83 here.
Man, we was happy as hell. It's gonna snow tomorrow.
For about 3 hours.
And we're like,
Yeah, it's gonna snow tomorrow. I'm going to get my snowsuit out the closet, man.
Hey, Kellen knows Chicago big. He said, for how long? I went to drop my son off this morning. I was like, where's the 80s? This isn't what it was not 80 this morning.
No, I bet not.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, we definitely got to link up or something when you come to Chicago, man. You coming to the Taste?
Oh no, man.
No,
Bro, you ain't heard of COVID?
Hey,
yeah.
tell him again.
Yeah, but it's opening up. It's opening up. After May 15th, everything is opened up.
Where do you think you are? This is in Texas
I'm
or
vaccinated, but my
Florida?
whole rest of my kids ain't. They ain't getting no.
Oh, true. I didn't think
Kellen, we
about.
talking about something
I
else.
didn't think
Smaller
about
scale.
the kids. You're right. I didn't
First
think
of all,
about the kids.
The house picnic was canceled. So if the house picnic is canceled, ain't no Taste.
That's not true.
Shit.
That's not true. The Taste is a super money maker.
I'd rather go to the house
That
picnic
is
than
not
the
true.
Taste.
No, now you're talking about you personally. I ain't talking about you personally.
No,
I'm talking
to
about.
Kellen,
I'm
man.
talking about the whole city. I'm talking about
I'm
everybody.
talking to Kellen Davis when he gonna come so we can commiserate, hang out, get this brother's face.
Spell commiserate.
hey,
TNIC 1975. Commiserate.
hey. You know what? Hey, Kellen is right. Like, wait a minute. COVID, we're in a pandemic. Every time I'm stuck in traffic, I think about that. Like, are we in a pandemic? What's this traffic jam? Where is everybody going? It's something else, man. I mean, wow. Hey, Kellen, it was great, man. It was great because I love talking to like young guys. Like, this is a young guy who has like when you mentioned I hadn't thought about Johnny Knox for the longest, but I do remember him going down. I was like, good grief. Wow, it seems like yesterday. Then you think about it, like it wasn't though.
It wasn't though.
It wasn't though.
No.
Wow.
That was
It was a hot minute ago, and that was speed. I don't know, Johnny, man, it's absolutely great. And you put perspective on it, man. I'm gonna let these guys have it. Kellen said, hey, man, we won 13 games. We almost did. That means something. These are all or nothing guys I'm dealing with here.
No, don't.
So if we're not first, we're last. Like, come on, man.
Because I said this.
I am.
We're not the Browns over here. Calm down.
I'm an all or nothing guy.
Here you again.
This guy. Listen, hey, when something comes up, T. Nick is quick. Oh, this guy's trash. This guy's trash. This guy's trash. Good.
No, I do not call players trash.
Trash is
And
your
when
default setting, T. Nick.
I do not say they're
Come on,
trash.
man.
If they go to the league, they are not trash. They are not
Okay.
trash.
But
But
nobody in the league is trash.
but you can be not good and have a not good coach. And if your coach is not good, you're not going to be good.
I don't know.
I don't know about
let's let Kevin
Yeah.
have the last. Kellen had the last word on that because I'm curious about that because does you think that's what it is? Hey, well, you know what? We get a better coach, we would have won. I don't know about that. What do you think, Kellen? Kellen's done it.
Don't you? No, don't you?
That's not what I said, though.
That's not right. That's not what he said.
That's not what I said, though.
Don't do that. Kellen already said Lovey is up here as far as coaching.
I love Lovey. I love Lovey.
Yeah,
I mean,
that guy, man.
And I love that type. I love that type of coach.
I pray that Lovey gets another D coordinator position in the league right now. I don't know if he'll get a head coaching gig, but with him leaving,
I thought he had one.
Did he get one? I know he left U of I, right?
Yeah,
he
left U of I.
He got fired.
I hope Lovey is a fan.
They fired him. They fired him from U of I.
Well, that's a fancy word, but he gonna find somewhere else to go.
I hope so. I certainly hope already.
Lovey knows football, man.
He does.
Bottom line, Lovey knows football.
No question.
He was the defensive coordinator of the greatest show on turf. All that offensive firepower, and he was in charge of having the defense right. Yeah. Give that man his credit, man.
No question. Lovey was one of the best coaches in the NFL. No question. 2
Bears coaches I revere. Lovey and Dicker. That's it. I don't want to hear no more after that.
Dicker?
This guy.
I said Bears coaches.
All right, man. Yeah, Kellen. So it was great to have you on the show, man.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Yo, we had a good time, great conversation, great insight. Your evidently your IQ for the game is so huge, and we got to soak some of that up, and I really appreciate that. And I know they do too. J.I. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, man. So, hopefully we can get you back maybe during the season when things start cooking again. We can talk some football with you, man.
Yeah, sounds good, bro.
Okay.
Especially, Kellen, please drop that information. Like I said, when you come back, love the link, man.
Tina's got my number.
You and Gibson's, love it.
Yeah, you paying.
Hey, there it is.
For all of us. For all of us.
And I appreciate you. I got you. That ain't nothing. I love to eat.
Hey, Kellen, you definitely come. So, hey, I love that.
We gonna eat good.
Man.
Yeah. All right, Kellen, man. Appreciate you, bro.
All right. Thanks, guys.
I'll holler at you.
Hey, good having you.
All right, homie. Yep.
Hey, it says Lovey is the D coordinator and associate head coach at the Texans. That's a good look.
Oh, the Texans? For real?
The Texans, yeah. That's a good look.
With all that BS going on?
You know what? I think he got there prior to the BS, but I do remember that. You know what?
Billy O and Bellissimo checked in. Okay.
Hey, that
now
BS
it's working.
That BS, it wasn't working before. That BS is a huge distraction. Hey, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is a good movie, man. I remember I went out and watched it by myself. I think that might have been the last movie I went to see by myself a few years ago. Draft Day. I don't know if you saw it. Some people think
that is a good movie. I like it. That is a good movie.
You know what? I'm glad. Okay,
it was a real adaptation of what's really going on.
Hey, that's 2 things we agree on, T. Nick.
Yeah.
Some people say, "Oh man, I don't like it. It was too corny. It was a feel-good movie." What's wrong with a feel-good movie? Like, I think
nothing's wrong with it if it's accurate.
You know what? I think it was. I absolutely loved the movie. I saw it and I was like, and I'm not a Kevin Costner fan. My man,
a lot of people don't know Chadwick Boseman was in there. He was the main dude. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
He was the defensive back or whatever they chose, right?
Yeah,
linebacker. I'm sorry, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that was a great movie.
Bo Callahan. That was Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
No, you know what? He wasn't Mitch Trubisky.
Close to it.
Because Bo Callahan was actually highly touted. Mitch Trubisky came out of nowhere. And Diddy was in the movie. He had a little cameo in it. I kept a little bit more than a cameo, a little bit pro.
Hey,
It
skip
was,
that
it was pretty
dude.
decent. It was okay.
No Puff Daddy, man. Fuck. Ooh, I almost cut. Sorry,
Uh-oh.
Mom. Hey, skip him, man.
What he do? Oh, I think I know what he
Well,
did.
You know what he did.
he didn't.
I
He
think I
didn't
do.
really. He
No,
didn't
you
really.
know what he did. Don't
He
do
didn't
that.
really do anything for Black Rock.
Knock
Hey,
it off.
rest in peace. Hey, real talk.
Knock it
Before we jump off and get into our shout outs and everything, man. Shout out to Geno Hayes' family, man.
Definitely.
Bears alum, linebacker. I don't know if y'all remember Geno Hayes used to play for us. Number 58.
Yep.
33 years old, man. He's no longer with us.
33.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's
33.
crazy, man. That is crazy.
Lost his battle, man. But you never know. You never know.
You never know when it's time.
So if anybody's listening from his family or anybody that has any connection with his family, please show them some love and some grace.
Mm-hmm.
And respect and love for our fallen brother. Gone too soon.
Definitely.
Geno Hayes.
Wow.
Way
Florida
too
State.
soon.
I remember he was a dog. I remember him. Florida State.
Oh man, that's wow.
He
That's
put that pop on you, Jay.
hey. Listen, ooh. I'm sorry. Hey, for our fans and a little bit for me, why he's 33? What did he succumb to? What caused his passing?
So
Was it liver?
I'm about to say it was a disease of the liver. I don't want to say it was cirrhosis, but it was definitely a liver disease. And I don't want to say the big C word, but
I got you.
Details will be coming, forthcoming.
Oh man, I'm
I
sorry
just
to
want
hear
to
that.
make sure that our fans knew that we lost a family member with the Bears alumni today.
Okay. Can I shift gears to a more local?
Please.
Something more local. Megan Majors. Does that name ring a bell?
It does.
Megan Majors.
Megan Majors. Super ball player athlete on the flag football scene, women's and co-ed in Chicago.
Yes.
You know what? I'm really big on like supporting businesses and people doing their ventures. So I got some cookies. I haven't tried the banana and strawberry pudding yet, but I want to give a shout out to Megan. She did.
Wait, back. The who?
The strawberry and banana pudding.
Strawberry, but as in the dessert.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Megan is doing her thing. Hey, the cookies off the chain.
Leave me a piece of that. Leave me a piece of that, man.
I can tell you what. I'll be at one. I can't guarantee that. Like the way my marriage is set up, and if the pudding is anything like the cookies, no, man, get your own. So she did a good job, man. I saw a lot of people. I got a couple of buddies. I want to shout out to my guy Ron Smirt. He's in Birmingham. He checks in. He hit me, text me a couple of times like, "Hey, great show. Hey man, how you get all these good guys?" Shout out to a former guest on the show, really good guy, Montel Griffin.
Love Montel.
Hey, did you guys see him on Facebook the other day?
He's training.
Yeah.
He getting ready to get back in there.
And people don't want that smoke.
Hey, come back.
He looks good, man.
He was ripped, wasn't he?
He looks good. I mean, his hands are fast. I mean, he looks like a boxer. He looks good, man.
Very good.
What's up, Johnson? Hey, y'all. Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
That's a unique spelling.
It is very unique. I told her earlier today that I never get any friends or family support like you all do. So she said, I'm going to make sure that I get in the chat today. So we appreciate you, Nicole. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, let's get into our shout outs and get the hell out of here because my glass is slowly but surely getting empty.
Well, I'm going to say this. Random product placement. Start carrying your stuff So that you can fill up on the go. Okay.
Oh boy, that's funny as hell.
Shout out to Jim Beam. And we'll talk about that later.
You're funny.
Gotta be.
Shout out to Ocean Spray.
Hey,
drink.
Hey, Phil Knight.
You funny, man.
Absolutely, got to do what we got to do. Got to pay the bills. But on some real, I want to shift gears real quick. A lot of people will be tuning in tomorrow. And a lot of people need to know that Thursday will mark whether the Bears regime will continue on the 2021 season or whether in 2022, we're looking for a new GM and a new coach. I would love for our fans to know how important this draft is Thursday. Tune in tomorrow and tune in Thursday. We're here with full coverage. We ain't going to give you that cookie cutter bullshit that ESPN be giving you with everybody's great, loving this. No, we ain't doing that.
I know. T. Nick is going to be everybody's trash.
Everybody
trash on the mic.
I don't call people trash.
Hey,
At least not in the NFL.
I will, because Tom Collins is trash.
He was terrible. He was terrible.
So we're allowed to call trash when they're trash.
Yeah, he was trash. He was trash.
Like Kellen said, this will be a very important draft. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
All right. Okay. I like that.
Okay. Shout outs.
Shout outs. JR, go ahead. Go ahead. I always go. I'm gonna go last this time. Go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to Nicole Jackson, owner and proprietor, Bronzeville Wings.
Bronzeville Wings, huh?
If you haven't had Bronzeville Wings on 43rd, oh man,
I have not.
Woo!
Am I missing out?
You are missing out. Chicken sandwich. They have fish. They have.
43rd what, JR?
Is it Michigan or Indiana? It's right on the corner.
Okay.
Don't get me the line.
It can't be Michigan. It can't be Michigan. That's what
the Alice's.
Alice's.
Alice's on one corner, and on the other corner is Bronzeville Wings. I'll tell you what, man. Listen, we don't want to have smartphones and not know, and then not be smart. Bronzeville Wings. It was the first thing that came up.
Michigan. It's not Michigan.
It says, oh yeah, it can't be Michigan. It says 4300 South Michigan. Thanks, Terrence. 4300 South Michigan.
It can't. Wait.
Okay. Right.
That's where the turkey burger place was. And they changed
burger?
No, dummy. Not the ostrich burger.
Well, I don't know. Listen.
The turkey burger place.
Too soon.
I forgot what it's called.
Bronzeville Wings has been over there for about 2 or 3 years now, so I don't know about. No, and prior to that, it was Junction 43, some type of fish and shrimp place. So I don't remember the turkey burger.
Oh yeah. Okay, Nicole's right. I'm thinking of 47th. My bad. You right.
Okay. Hey, no problem. But Bronzeville Wings off the garlic parmesan wings. If you like garlic parmesan wings, but they have like a plethora. Can I say that plethora?
You can.
Can you spell it? Can you spell it?
I can't spell it, but I can tell you what it means. It means a vast variety. So this guy listen. Hold on, buddy. You went to Mount Carmel. Yeah. Okay. Bad decision number one. Then you went to Morehouse. Yeah.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth now.
Okay. No, ain't no watch your mouth. You got accepted to Michigan State, and you said no.
You got accepted to Michigan State?
I got accepted everywhere I applied, man.
My man.
Hey, look at dude. You don't have no idea what you missed up there in East Lansing, man.
Hey, you know what?
I probably don't, but you know what? It's okay because I did all right at Morehouse.
Shout out to T Money, Ken Treese.
Did I?
Michigan State alum, Ken Treese.
Coleman
Yes.
ran track
At Michigan State?
Oh shit.
Okay. Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh
listen,
wow.
I know she
It's
has
a
those long
small
track legs.
world
Okay.
after
That's what's
all.
up.
Wow.
She's from, I want to say Benton Harbor. I want to say that. I want to say, yeah.
I've
That's
been
what's
to
up.
Benton Harbor.
Don't give me the line where she from, but I know she went to state.
I know super good people. Super good people.
Real good people, right? K. Yvonne Coleman, I think, is what she goes by.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, real quick, man. I want to pull y'all coattails on something. It just came to me.
Mm-hmm.
If the Bears, fill me out, stand pat with Andy Dalton,
Mm-hmm.
JR, are we finally going to do what Will Ross suggests? Stop supporting, stop buying tickets, stop buying paraphernalia. Are we finally going to do that if this regime insists on mediocrity?
Nope.
Mm,
So you say no, T. JR, what you say?
I would say no, but I would have to give it a little bit of a caveat to say I would like to know the rationale behind this, because I don't necessarily think the seat is as hot as a lot of people think they are for maybe the coach and the GM, even though this is a win now league. I would like to know, because here's what happens. If you stand pat on this, if the coach doesn't have anything to do with personnel, that might secure him. Like, if you don't win with this guy, then it's like you can't win with this guy. If he wins anything with this guy, so it won't be on him. It'll take the onus off him. Like, I haven't surrounded you with enough talent. So here's what happens.
Go ahead.
It doesn't bode well for the GM, but the coach might be spared for a little while.
There it is.
Here's what happens. If we got a better opportunity at coach, then maybe everybody's gone. You just
listen. I'm agreeing with you on all cylinders here. You firing on all cylinders. A lot of times right now, as a coach, you got to give me what I need. You got to give me that player.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that Nagy, remember, he's been a coach for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
2 out of 3 years, he's made the playoffs.
He was 12-4 one year too. Coach of the year, by the way.
That means something.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going anywhere. He's not.
Yeah, he'd have to really do something. This is what happens. If he was dealt 4 aces and then he just did a terrible job, he would be canned. But with the hand he's dealt right now, if he does anything, north of 500, he'll keep his job.
As long as he goes bored of which he just did,
yes,
he's okay. But eventually, you got to get him his guy.
You know what? And the Bears finished a little stronger. They started off and everybody was saying, hey, they haven't beaten anybody. And it was a little bit of truth to that. Then they ran cold. But then they warmed up a little bit, made the switch. They warmed up a little bit. They said, hey, but looking at who you won with, they said, hey, if we can put some people around him, he might be able to do a little better. So I'm not. Let me tell you this. I'm neutral on these guys. Nobody talks about, because we're passionate Bears fans, so that's the only reason we're talking about it. If we weren't Bears fans, this would be the feelings toward the Bears are so mutual. So neutral. The only people that talk about the Bears probably are Packers fans. They're making fun of us, and that's it. Because right now, are we a factor? We might be a year away from being a year away. So it's kind of like, we're not in danger of winning anything.
But when you say that response gives us no comfort, man.
It doesn't. It does, but it doesn't.
And
you know what, man? I thought about this. JB. I thought about this yesterday on everything. I'm glad you said that. You sound like Leon Rogers, because I was noticing that yesterday. He was letting that guy have it on the radio, and I was like, man, that sounds like JB.
I mean, I don't mean to. Let me tell you something. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we're gonna do what we're doing, I have to give you the real. And I don't
Give me
mean the
the
real
real.
from just my perspective. I have to give you the real from the pulse of Bears fans, Bears media. A lot of times, if you notice, and I hate to keep bringing them up, but you listen to like an ESPN or a Fox, the Bears are like 4th, 5th on the list. No matter what, we're not on that. We're back page news. We're not front page news. We're back page news.
Hey man, I'm buying that Bears jersey. When what's my man named Jalen Johnson? When he changes his number to number 2, I'm buying that number 2 Jalen Johnson.
Well, he's the number 1 now.
Hey, I'm what the first single digit Bears jersey, man.
I'm asking you this: Did you buy a John Bostic jersey?
No.
Did you buy a Jay Cutler jersey?
No.
Oh, okay. Did you buy a Matt Forte jersey?
No. I bought an Isaiah Irving jersey.
Who?
So there you go. Come on, man. Number 47, he's a linebacker.
Wow, JB, did you really? He said that rhetorically. He knew who he was. He had to know who he was.
That's why I said it, because it's like, so did
Did
you really support the machine?
Hold on. You know what?
No, the answer is no.
The answer, hold on. And that's the thing. It's 2021. I know you gotta love everything about everybody all the time. But here's the thing. I don't agree with because what happens is if you don't, if I'm okay with this guy today, that means I'm okay with his philosophy, his way of thinking about this. I just like the guy because he plays ball. I don't care who his wife is, who his cousin is, what his political views are. Man, listen, I'm not telling anybody to shut up and dribble or shut up and tackle. But what I'm saying is, let's keep the main thing the main thing. If I'm a Bears fan, I don't care your political affiliation. I don't care. So here's what happened. Did I support the machine? Nope. I supported my distant cousin, Isaiah Irving.
There you go.
And he's a baller.
There you go. And see, unlike some of our people down the dial, the propaganda doesn't pull. You can't pull the propaganda wool over my eyes. I had an idea that's who that. When you said the last name, I was like,
Come on, man. When you see Irving on the back of a jersey, that strikes fear in the heart of people. You see Irving. Come on, man. You see that number 11? Number 11, Irving? Come on, boy. I didn't even know Kyrie could get up like that. When this pandemic is over, we go to the family reunion. I'm gonna be like, okay, my man, I like it.
All right, let's finish our shout outs and get out of here.
This dude is a hater. He don't even hear. He's trying to hide.
I'm not a hater. It's 2 hours.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
hey, shout out to moms. Shout out to pops. Shout out to anybody else who's watching the show. We appreciate it. We love. Again, shout out to Geno Hayes' family. We lost an alumni today. We with you. We mourn with you. We pray and we bless with you. And that's all I got.
Yeah, on you, buddy.
Shout out to Tanny, the Man Cave, all the supporters of CCP. Mental health is a real thing.
Absolutely.
Definitely. On me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nicole, shout out for your first time being in here and chiming in. Appreciate you. Because I complained about not having no friend and family support. So you got up in here. I like it.
Nicole, accept my friend request on Facebook.
Lisette, you like my biggest supporter. I appreciate you. Always. I don't know if you're watching right now because she don't really know shit about sports, but she says that she will always have she will always have it on, so we have at least one viewer. So I definitely appreciate that. Everybody else that's in the chat, Bill, Berlissimo, and everybody else, Miss Sandra, I sure appreciate you, Miss Sandra, and all
Most
y'all.
definitely.
And of course, y'all too, JB, JI, y'all my dogs. Y'all my dogs. I sound like DMX when I said
Hey, yeah, hey, he been practicing that.
I was practicing that today when I was in the car for work. I was practicing. Okay, am I gonna say it like, "Yo, my dogs"? And I sound just like them.
My man.
Yeah.
My man, keep telling yourself that.
Respect, man. Yeah, he's slow. He's stupid.
Who else do I want to shout out? I gotta shout
Super
out
producer.
Super producer.
the super producer, of course, Tanya, super producer. We gotta shout you out. Definitely.
SPJ.
Listen, we
All
gotta
day.
get Tanya some super producer Teddy Riley music. Like, listen,
Yeah, we gotta find some.
the original super producer Teddy Riley. We definitely gotta get Tanya her own thing. Every super producer has his own
New
thing.
Jack Swing intro.
Woo! What's better than New Jack Swing?
Nothing.
We gotta
Nothing.
shout out Will. Will couldn't make it tonight, but we gotta shout him out. He's the other piece of the All-Star team puzzle.
Yeah, Ross.
Voltron. Hey, you know what? Yeah. Oh man, he got the in-laws in. He got his wife has a twin sister. She came into town.
Oh,
Yeah, you told me that.
Shout out to the what is the warrior princess Xena. What's up, Xena?
She the warrior princess.
Her name is Xena.
Oh shit.
Hey, they got, like, listen, if your wife has a twin sister, woo, that could be a good thing. It could be a
Will's wife is beautiful too.
She
She's
is.
a beautiful girl.
His sister's beautiful. His sister-in-law is beautiful.
Oh shit.
You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
Lisette, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. That's a joke. Who else? We need to shout out. We definitely should shout out Keeping It 100. They always support, share.
Dang.
Which I'm hoping that everybody out there, y'all share, support, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. We'd appreciate that. We need all the support that we can get.
Absolutely.
We want to keep on bringing these guests on and let them tell their story the way they want to tell it, whether it be educational, inspirational, entertaining, whatever. We just want them to tell it how they want to tell it. Now, not the media, not some bullshit that an organization wants them to say, but how they want to say it.
Absolutely.
And, next week, well, before next week, like JB alluded to earlier, tomorrow we got the second part of the doubleheader. Tim Jennings. So you got to tune in tomorrow.
What position did Tim play?
Corner.
Oh, he's a
Corner.
DB?
Cover
position?
corner.
Listen.
Cover corner, baby.
Hey man, listen, I got love for everybody that comes on, but I got special love for any DBs that come on. You got to be a good at you. Listen, these receivers nowadays, they're elite. They've always been elite athletes. But to cover these guys, woo!
You gotta love defense to play DB, don't you?
You got to love it. Hey, wait a minute.
You gotta love it.
Kellen said it. Kellen said it right today. He was 100% on point. Now you want to go around and you just want to run and let your athleticism take over, but you got to. I can't hit him low. I can't hit him high. Man, listen. I'm a DB. I'm seeing Kellen Davis coming at me. Okay, if I hit him too low, I'm in trouble. I can't hit him. Man, I don't know what to do. It's like, man, you got to be instinctive.
It's squad up.
Yeah.
And
listen.
Hey, where my dogs at?
The big thing about Tim Jennings is he was like a little taller than me. And he was a beast.
But he put that pop on you. He put that pop on you.
Yeah, he was a beast, man. And he was like the one of the most perfect cover corners the Bears ever had.
Yeah, Tim Jennings. Oh man,
I'm gonna send this out to Jay Cutler because Jay Cutler need to come on the show. Hey man, why you ain't throw the ball to KD, man? We still mad about that. I don't give a damn if Chris did have a TV show, reality, all that. You needed to focus, Jay. You was messing up the church's money, Jay.
Oh boy.
Hey, I was about to say you're gonna get Jay Cutler mad, but I don't think he gets mad.
No, he doesn't get mad. His attitude is whatever, dude.
Like I said, the only time I ever seen him get upset was when he grabbed Jamarcus Russell's face mask and was like, "I'm tired of getting hit." Well, at that time, it's too late.
Yeah.
But yeah, so tomorrow, Tim Jennings, don't miss it. But then next week, we switching up speeds again. We're going to Chicago comedy.
Sounds great.
Comedy and radio with Leon Rogers.
Ooh, Leon Rogers.
Didn't you say that earlier? You mentioned his name earlier, didn't you?
I said he sound, yeah.
Oh, J.I. Yep.
Hey, good. Hey, I nothing but love for Leon Rogers, man. If I'm right, because Will has a connect with Leon. I think Leon is a Thornbridge guy. Or somehow, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna check. I'm definitely gonna do my homework. Love Leon, man.
Honorary dirtbag though.
Been a big fan of his. I don't know if he's doing it too much now, but I know he's a big Madden player.
Bro, he might still play.
Yeah, oh man, what? You don't need to retire. You're not gonna, hey, they make these games for us. When they start pricing them to $600 and $700, like that's not in my son's repertoire. That's for me. You make it for me.
Right. That's for a grown man. You can't afford that.
I'm gonna disagree with you on this one time because I have my own PS5 and Cameron has his own PS5. So you leave me alone.
Cameron,
I don't have that kind of paper. So it would just be for me.
What?
Wow. You balling over there,
hey,
boy.
I'm super jealous. Tell me where you got yours. My wife still claims they're sold out. I was gonna get you one. Okay.
What?
Yeah, she don't want to get that shit because she want a quality time.
I got 2K21, Madden, Mortal Kombat. You're more than welcome.
Okay. I gotta get my Madden skills up.
You probably suck, huh? You probably suck.
This guy. Hey, listen. Okay, man.
I got rid of Mr. Trubisky and put myself in, so we winning now.
I'm not okay. You know what? I haven't done that in a long time, man. You know what? I'm not even putting myself on the game. I'll put my son on.
Put your son
on too. Both of them.
That's what's up.
Hey man, so I guess I finished the shout outs and tomorrow and next week. So now I'm really ready to go fill my cup back up.
That is
my man. Nothing like some cranberry juice.
So from that just sounds funny. that like some cranberry juice.
That's like a laxative. I said lemon water takes away the flu.
Oh boy, that's something like my great grandfather would say. Some lemon water, boy.
Hey,
my man. So for my man JB that knows every stat from every team since the 90s
till now.
Then my man J.I., the human Wikipedia, who knows everything and absolutely nothing at the same time.
At the same time.
At the same damn time. I'm your boy, the quarterback, the point guard, the coolest man in the room when I'm the only one in the room. We out.
Man. We out.
Peace.